Okay. Pause up, everybody. Welcome to Meowy Hour. I'm your host, Arden Moore. As you know, our show is brought to you every Wednesday night live, hump day, by the Cat Fancier Association. And of course, we give pause and applause to our sponsors, Yummy, yum, 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 Kitty Raid. They also make Yummy Raid and DOG Raid, Doggy Raid. And this is an isotonic drink that helps keep our kitties, dogs hydrated. Cells need good hydration. Rusty goes, just open the pack. Just open it up once and I will drink. All right. I can't do this show, of course, without my cool co-pilot. Please give pause and applause to all breed CFA judge, Kathy Black. Woo! And we don't de-dog discriminate because our show is always with the coolest poodle on the planet. We're talking Destiny. And you guys, you know, I got a couple of ginger boys here. The one stoic pet safety cat, Casey, and the foodie. Watch, all I have to do is this. I'm sitting on the treats, literally sitting on the treats. Oh, I love you so much, Arden. You're the best person ever. All right, back to sitting on my treats. Guys, we got a powerhouse in the house today. Our special guest, I would fill this entire Meowy Hour just telling you all the good things that she has done for cats, for dogs, and to help us humans be better pet parents. She hails originally from South Africa, and she lives in Orange County, California, Irving, to be precise. She's my friend. She's multi-talented. I'm going to give you a bunch of stuff about her. But for now, can you please give a perfect welcome to Sandy Robbins. Sandy, thank you so much. You made it. You made it to the show.
This is absolutely awesome. I'm so excited to be here.
I'm telling you, we launched Meowy Hour during COVID to give people something to do on a Wednesday night. And for those of you who can't make it every Wednesday night, the good news is Google Meowy Hour YouTube, and all our shows are also available there. Please share it with your friends. But guys, Sandy Robbins, are you ready for this? She is got many titles. I say she wears a lot of collars in the pet world, but she is an author. She is a spokesperson. She even has, where is this thing? I'm trying to, she even is so well respected in the industry. She has the Sandy Robbins must-have pet product stamp of approval power over products that are out there. She also is, she won the Excellence in Journalism and Outstanding Contribution to the Pet Industry Award. It's presented by the American Pet Products Association. That's a big group. And she's also won the Pet Industry Icon by Pet Age magazine. Move over Grammys and Oscars. Those are like the Oscars and Grammys, when you say, guys, of the pet world. So we have her in the house and she's very humble and great. So we're going to dive in. She's got some books to give away. She's going to give you some good insights on how to improve that connection you have with your cat. Because we know we have the mortgage on our name, but we know they own the house. Right, Sandy?
That is so true. We just occupy what space they don't use.
So as we do in every show, we do a little opening monologue, and I thought this might catch your cat fancy here, Sandy. In the latest issue of Catster magazine,
yes,
for which Sandy has written articles for, and I do the nutrition column, there was a big write-up about this new must-see movie. It's on, let's make sure I get it all right. It's on Amazon Prime, so start this prescription now. It's called The Electrical Life of Louis Wayne. Do you know who Louis Wayne is, Sandy?
You know, I don't. I saw it on my Amazon feed, but I haven't watched it yet.
Okay, well, here's the deal. He was this amazing artist, and he was humbly called a man who drew cats in the late 1800s all the way through the 1930s. Look at these pictures. His paintings and drawings of cats captivated people. And he had a big role in shifting the view people have of cats back in his time to a perception of just being mousers out in the barn to being beloved household pets. But I don't know what he was smoking, but he actually anthropomorphized cats. Like, see, the kitty's wearing the hat. There's cats riding bikes. There's cats playing musical instruments, playing cards, and even enjoying a night at the opera. So this movie is being called The Electrical Life of Louis Wayne. And don't worry, I'm not being paid by Amazon. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? And it stars playing the artist is an amazing chameleon of an actor, Benedict Cumberbatch. So there he is. There's Benedict. And there is the real late, great Louis Wayne. What do you guys think of that? Power to the paw, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That is really a good choice.
Yeah, so I hope you guys can catch it. It's available now. And so I never heard of him. So now I'm really curious as maybe, what is that? Oh, as a cat, to learn more about this artist who seemed to be an ambassador to all felines back in his day.
I recognize this actor. I don't recognize the name, but I've seen him in several things.
Oh, he's in Spider-Man. He's in
Yeah.
Spider-Man, yeah. And he's played a lot of, that's why I said he's a chameleon of an actor. All right, so that
they were anthropomorphizing cats back in the 1800s, and here we think it's a new trend.
There you go. There you go. So I can only draw little pencil images of cats, but I just wanted to educate everybody that there's a cool movie. Get the popcorn ready, get your kitties ready, and let's enjoy The Electrical Life of Louis Wayne. All right. All right.
I'll have to search that out.
So what are we going to do today? We're going to have a nice chat with Sandy Robbins. We're going to talk a little bit about some things about the CFA. We're going to profile the American Shorthair.
Beautiful.
And I'm going to make you a kick-tailed cocktail. And the hour goes by fast, but we're going to be giving away some things. So we want you to be paying attention, especially during our talk with Sandy, because then I'm going to ask you a couple questions because she's got a couple of her books she's going to give away, autograph and everything. So as I used to say, when I autograph my books, they're worth a nickel more. Yours are probably worth a dime more, right? All right. So before we plunge in to talk with Sandy, hey, Kathy, what's some CFA headline you want us to know?
Well, we have a lot of people that are new to exhibiting cats, and we have some people that aren't so new. But I find it very interesting that people plunge into showing cats with never reading the show rules. Okay,
Yeah.
It'd be like going into a competition without knowing what the rules are.
Mm-hmm.
So on CFA's website, if you go under our programs, and then you can search for show rules, or you can just find this page. It has 3 different links on this page. One of them is our show manuals, and our show season goes from May 1st through April 30th. And so we're currently in the 2021-2022 show season. So you click on this hyperlink, and there's an addendum also, and you can read all the show rules. If you're interested about virtual cat competition, we've got one of those coming up here pretty soon. You can read about the guidelines for that. And if you want to find the standard for your breed of cat, you can also find those right here also, all on this one page. So I just thought it would be
Yeah, that's good. It's always a good reminder.
Out because, you know, it can be a little boring. Under the show rules, it's broken into sections, and one section is on exhibitors, one section's on judging, one section's on score and points. And so you can read the section that you're interested in. But all that's right here on our CFA website, cfa.org.
All right. Thanks, Kathy. All right. You know what, Sandy, you don't know this, but our audience loves to win prizes. So we tease them and challenge their feline noodle with a trivia question from last week. And we're going to reveal the answer. And the winner is going to get a 3-pack of the Kitty, Yummy, and Doggy Raid. I think we have a picture, right? Isn't that a great, what do you think of that picture, Sandy?
That's really awesome.
We had their key veterinarian on our show, and she was calling from England. I'm telling you, we are all over the world with Meowy Hour, and it really is a game changer. It's getting some kitties that aren't big gulpers to keep hydrated. So these two love it. So we're going to give a 3-pack. So the answer to last week's question, the question was, in a salute to Broadway and specifically the musical Cats, this Andrew Lloyd Webber production is based on a book of poems by what poet? And of course, the answer was T.S. Eliot. And it was based on his book that was called, what a crazy name, ready? Old Possum's Book of Practical Cats. I know you were thinking about naming your next book that title, Sandy.
Yeah.
It's been taken.
Oh gosh, back to the drawing board.
So, Kathy, who's the lucky winner?
It was Nancy Dion.
Oh,
And so
Nancy!
congratulations, Nancy Dion. Yes, she's won some prizes in the past, but I think she won some of Jill's hats and for the cat and some other things.
Oh, from Onyx Cats.
Yeah, congratulations, Nancy. You've got the kitty raid samples coming your way.
All right. Now, if you know this answer, Sandy, you cannot answer it because we don't reveal the answer till next week. Also, in the latest issue of Catster, this they published a poll of about 1,400 pet parents, and it was actually done by an agency. I'm trying to give you guys clues. Lending Tree did the survey that appeared in the Catster magazine, and it surveyed 1,400 people, and they said, we're talking of the 4 generations. We have Generation Z, Millennials, Generation X, and Baby Boomers. Hopefully we're all still living. Okay, I'm not going to tell you which one I am, but you can probably guess. All right. So of those 4 generations, according to the survey, which generation spends the most money on pets in 2021? Which one? The average amount spent on pets, according to the survey, was $1,163. But this generation, this group of people, they went up the ante. They averaged $1,885. I want to be in their house when I come back as a cat. Okay.
They buy everything.
Which of the 4 generations I'm going to give you is the one that spends the most money on pets, according to Lending Tree? Is it A, Generation Z, B, the Millennials, C, Generation X, or D, Baby Boomers? So Generation Z, Millennials, Generation X, or Baby Boomers? Get your answer in now. And Kathy will tell you that you can tell your friends too, because the winner's going to get a 3-pack of the Kitty, Yummy, and Doggy Raid. But Kathy, you have a way of making it easy to have more people vie for that prize.
Yes, please email your answers to me. My email is my name, kathy.black@yahoo.com. So be sure, and you can post your answer, and some already have on the Facebook chat. But please send me an email so I have a way to reach out to you, because I'm not able to get a hold of everybody that answers on the Facebook chat. So email me on my Yahoo account, kathy.black@yahoo.com.
And don't say it, but I bet you know the answer, Sandy.
I do know the answer.
You know why she knows the answers? Because for quite a while, she has been someone in the know when it comes to knowing what's going on in pet trends, industry. She is very knowledgeable on behavior and other aspects. She's an author. And Casey said, don't forget to mention, she really loves the Ginger Boys. And she founded National Tabby Day, which is April 30th. Casey just wants you to know my birthday's in April. Well, it's April Fool's Day, but you know.
We could make you a spokescat for this year.
I would love that. I would love it very much. So I want to plunge in because there's a bunch of other things we're going to cover, but give us the backstory. How did you think to and be motivated to create a nice National Tabby Day? And as the CFA, they have a household cat division. They have companion cat world. The CFA is a champion for all cats.
Absolutely. Well, when I was given this opportunity to write the book, The Extraordinary Life of Buffy the Cat, Buffy happened to be an orange tabby. So, of course, when it came to publishing day, we were looking for something to make it bigger than it actually was in terms of a release date. And I came up with the idea of celebrating tabbies because there's so many different days on the calendar. We celebrate black cats. I mean, they're awesome. I have a tuxedo, but tabbies, there are so many tabbies. And when it came to the pub date, it was steering towards April. So I started doing some research to see what I could link this to. And I discovered that the late Sir Winston Churchill was a huge tabby lover. And in fact, when he was Prime Minister, he would take his orange tabby called Jock to the Houses of Parliament with him.
The cat's name was Jock, like an athlete?
J-O-C-K.
No.
Athlete, yes.
Wow.
What a cue,
He
honey.
was given to him by a friend, and I think the friend's nickname was Jock, and so the cat became Jock. But what is so awesome is that he was so in love with this cat that when he died and his ancestral home called Chartwell House was handed over to the National Trust in England, they decreed that there would always be an orange tabby, or as the Brits like to call them, marmalade tabbies.
Marmalade.
Marmalade.
I like that.
In the house. So they're currently on Jock the 7th, always an adopted cat, of course. And it just seemed like the perfect link up to create a national tabby day. So
I love it. I love it. I like marmalade.
Jacques means Jack. That's Jacques is Jack.
I know. I was playing. I was doing.
You were playing. Okay.
I like marmalade too. Marmalade and ginger.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like ginger. I like marmalade. I love Casey and Rusty too. This is the first time in my entire life I ever had ginger cats, and now I have 2. So on behalf of Rusty and Casey, we want to do whatever we can near April to promote your National Tabby Day. So Casey's going.
Oh, yes. I will.
He has a little bit of a following, and he would love to help out. I think that's wonderful that you created that hobby, that holiday. Hey, I got my workout today, guys. I did the rowing machine, but then I had to work my bicep curls. So let me get this. Ugh. Look at this book, ladies and gents. It is 544 pages and not gigantic font. And why am I holding up the original Cat Fancy Cat Bible? Our guest, this is one of her books that she has written. And I'm just going to ask you, how many brain cells did you kill?
I don't even begin to remember.
It's an incredible encyclopedia of resource knowledge about cats. But what a challenge. I know you do a lot of things in the pet world, but how did this one? Let me wait a minute. Keep going. I'm talking to you. I'm working.
It does a good workout, right?
Yeah. So talk to us. What made you say, I'm going to write a doggone great cat book that answers a lot of questions?
Well, I was very lucky because the publishers came to me and asked me if I would like to do it. And
oh, I love that when they call you, isn't it?
That is the answer for everything, isn't it? Because you try so hard and all those rejections keep coming at you fast and furiously that it's so nice when the phone actually rings. So it was a real challenge, but it also, they were wonderful. They gave me carte blanche and they said, you put in there what you want. Here's the bones of the contents that we would like to cover. Obviously, a little bit of history, some medicine, the history of welfare and where we're going with cats. And there's a whole section of cats with jobs because, as you know, Arden, they make awesome work.
Yeah.
They do a lot of good in the therapy world and as spokes cats for all sorts of things. So it was a wonderful challenge. And
Cat Fancier Association is in the index, folks. I just thought.
Yes, they
And
are.
we're talking about a working breed of cat tonight with the American Shorthair. So there you go.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
I think cats like to work their mental and physical selves. I think Casey, he likes being a pet first aid cat, and so does Rusty. They're in training, and Casey loves being a therapy cat when COVID will allow us.
Yeah.
But I do think they do need to work their noodle. So I know this is a very heavy book, but show us, if you would, you have 2 books that you're going to be giving away and autographing for
Yes.
our folks. What's
Yes.
the first one you're going to give away?
The first one I'm going to give away is Fabulous Felines, Health and Beauty Secrets for the Pampered Cat.
Oh,
First
that's nice.
lifestyle book for cats. And it's got a wonderful section at the back of hints and tips on how to remain furry and fabulous. And I know people like breeders and who show their cats, and one thing, you know, those kind of people for advice.
Yeah, we got a lot of people that follow. What's a good tip? Can you open a page and share?
If your cat's got a lot of static in its fur, especially at certain times of the year,
Yeah.
when you shower, take the cat into the bathroom with you, because the steam will take all the static out of the fur. You won't
So
get
they're kind of having their little Zoom camera laughing at you in the shower, but
Probably.
they're actually losing their static electricity.
Exactly.
Oh,
So-
that's a win-win.
Yeah. So this is it's a general beauty book. It's all about how to do the Maddie Pedis, you know, traveling with your cat, all the things that you need to know to keep your cat, you know, in the social world, so to speak. Because cats are not meant to be couch potatoes. They're not
No,
supposed to be.
no, not at all. They're silently brilliant, and we just got to tap into that. What's
Exactly.
the other book you're going to
And
be
the
giving
other one is the
Lift it up.
Extraordinary Life of Buffy the Cat. That's our ginger boy.
Lift it up. There you go. Buffy the Cat. All right. All right. Casey goes, I like that one. I wish I was eligible to win, but I'm not. All right. That's okay, Casey. It's okay. We can get the book. Don't worry about it. Okay. Don't yawn. It's very rude when our guests are on. You yawn. Okay. So what's Buffy the Cat? Because this is kind of a tale.
Buffy the Cat is, well, sadly, he's passed away now, but he was one of those extraordinary cats that you could take places and set him up for a photo shoot, and he would just sit there. So the photographer took a whole lot of different pictures of Buffy throughout his life, and I don't know if you can see that. I did
Hold it up a little bit higher. Hold it up. There you go. Okay. Oh, look at him. He kind of looks a little like Casey.
does.
He's got more white on he's got white nose, but he's got the white bib.
He was just one of those cats that, like your Casey, actually, who could go places, sit, hold a pose. And Paul did these wonderful photographs, and I did the captions, trying to get into Buffy's head or what he was thinking when he was holding those poses. It's just a fun little book. But as
Give me a little snippet from it, if you wouldn't mind.
well, let's just go to, let's just find one. Well, this is a series of pictures. It's all about all the karate shots. Can you see?
Oh yeah.
I love that. Pow, pow, pow.
Move over, Cobra Kai.
Don't underestimate my furry paws. A good karate chop is actually a calculated feline kill skill. Ask any mouse that lived to tell the tale.
Wow, that's good writing. It is hard to write short, isn't it? And tight.
It's very difficult to write short, isn't it? To say
Yeah.
the least. Yeah, it is.
Wow, that's cool. Hey, listener, everybody, Sandy knows a lot about cats and dogs. Destiny goes, I've heard of her. I've heard of her. That's because she's before COVID. She's everybody sees her at all the major pet events like Global and things like that. She writes for leading magazines. You've seen her on television. I hope, Kathy, sometime make sure you post her website and her Facebook so people can follow her. That'd be great.
I have,
But
yes.
we were talking about, because there's so much to Sandy that we could cover in a show, but we thought we could have a little chat about some things from the cat's perspective.
Right.
And the first one is, and I'm laughing because I'm in a tiny house in my backyard, Ard's den, and it's a 10 by 20. I have a futon, yay, and a chair. But I have a desktopper. I have a window ledge with nice comfort. I have a cat bed, and then I have another cat bed above the hutch for 2 cats and a 10 by 20. So the question I beg for you to give us some insights on, Sandy, is this. Cats, you say, can never have too many beds, too many water bowls. Talk about this. Talk about
I think
more is better.
As you said, you know, you've got beds everywhere. I have 8 beds in my house.
For 2 cats?
2 cats, 8 cat beds. That without the cat trees and the various perches and things that we have in different rooms, to basically give them a view of on us, looking down on us, which of course they love to do.
And then we're showing a picture right now. This is Ziggy and Tori.
And there's one of her beds. And yeah, so I believe that they like to change things up a lot. And I've noticed that the cats like to be where you are. And I think the one way to get them to always be with you is to make sure you've got somewhere comfortable for them to sleep in whatever room you happen to be in. So if I go into my office, there's a bed in there. If I go into my kitchen area, we've got, in fact, 1, 2, 3 beds without a cat pantry. So, and they follow me around, and I actually find that they do want to be with you. You may have to bring some treats into the picture to encourage them, but they soon get the general idea. And
we're not so bad. We only have 2 legs, but we're not so bad, right?
You never have too many sleeping places, and I also don't think you can have too many water bowls.
And let's talk about that, because our sponsor sees the need for cats to drink more. I mean, I don't have a problem as a licensed bartender about drinking enough. I'm just kidding, but I'm just saying, talk about that, because kitties are kind of particular, aren't they, about where the water bowl is?
They are. And I think if you have them in different places, especially if there's more than 1 pet, then they can never be scared away to drink.
Okay,
and
that's good.
Find that they have their favorites. And I have very tall flutes, drinking flutes, glass ones. And my little tuxedo loves to drink out of that. It's kind of on her height. She likes to drink out of that. Or she likes to drink out of a fountain that bubbles up. Oh. My gray boy.
She got champagne caviar taste.
I'm telling you. But my gray boy, he likes water that trickles down. Like if you open a faucet and it trickles down. So cats have different ideas. If you think in the wild, they're used to running water.
Yes, rivers and lakes.
That bubbles up or trickles down and moves. It does draw them to it. I'm telling you a funny story. I once was testing a fountain, and it was one of these stainless steel ones. And my late cat Fudge parked herself in front of this fountain, and she was always sitting there, drinking, sitting there, drinking and sitting there. And I actually got worried. I thought there's too much drinking. There's a problem.
Go to Kitty Anonymous. Come on.
Yeah. So we went to the vet. I thought perhaps she's got diabetes. You know how these things.
Oh yeah, yes, definitely. That's not a joke. Yeah.
We went to the vet, and one very expensive consultation later, the vet said to me, she's just fascinated by the fountain.
Yeah.
So I think if you get the right drinking fountain, and your pet is fascinated by it, always attracted in some way, you know, they're going to.
I think that's a really good tip, because kitties, as you know, they don't tell us when they're not feeling well, and getting them to like drinking water, I think is pretty awesome.
And you know, they are fussy, because recently I did some tests on some new fountains.
Oh, okay.
Ziggy will try anything, and Tori won't. So I understand people, when they go out and they buy an expensive fountain, the cat looks at this and goes, well, okay, where's my water bowl? So I think you've got to have both. And we do. We've got proper ordinary water bowls, and we've got different fountains that bubble up and trickle down and all the rest of it. So
and this brings into this, guys. She's not just some person from the streets that just says, I like cats. She has made her life study about cats and dogs. She is so well respected in the pet industry by veterinarians, animal behaviorists. I mean, I love that companies want to earn the Sandy Robbins must-have pet products stamp of approval. So talk about that, because I come from a journalistic background. So you're not going to make me just roll over and love your product. I want to see if it works or not. And just like this kitty raid, I tested it out, and I read what kind of studies are done on all. So talk about your stamp of approval, because that's kind of a cool honor product to get.
You know what it's like these days. There's so many reviews out there, and people will do reviews for a box of cornflakes. It doesn't
Without milk.
Yeah, it has absolutely no value, I don't think, for the product.
Yeah.
I pick products. Well, people send products to me, but I also go out, and if I see something, I will approach them and say, please, can I have a sample? I want to test it. And my thinking behind a must-have product it has to be a game changer in some shape or form. It's got to benefit the pet parents in some way, and it's got to benefit a cat in some way, or a dog, depending on what it is. And that's what makes it an absolutely must-have product, not because it's pink and it matches the curtains, or it's got to have a good reason.
Do you have a couple you can name? Don't worry, we don't mind.
For example, the Purina Breeze, Tidy Cat Breeze litter system.
Okay.
I don't know if you know that system. It's pellets.
Okay.
And the pellets sit on top of like a grate, and underneath the grate goes what is the equivalent of a puppy pee pad to absorb the pee. So when they pee, it runs through, remains dry, and you can just change the pad underneath every 5 days. And the poop you just scoop off with a little scoop that they provide. Why is this for me a game changer? Ziggy has long fur, and he's got pretty furry paws.
Yeah.
He was always going into the litter box, and even though we have giant litter boxes, by the time they've turned around and moved around, there would be litter stuck to his paws. Not only on his paws.
That's embarrassing if you're a cat.
It's very embarrassing, first of all, ruins their street cred. But the worst part is, you don't want them licking off that litter. You don't want them ingesting, I don't care if it's clay or sawdust or whatever it's made from. You don't want them ingesting the litter.
No.
The only way to do that is to find a litter that's not going to stick to them. Good. So I decided to give this particular litter system a try. And it wasn't easy, Arden. It took 3 weeks to transition 2 cats over to using it.
We have to be patient as humans,
patient. But it also saved the whole stress that Ziggy went through literally on a daily basis, where I would grab him, head to the tap, the faucet, and start washing his paws. And he hated that. And he would struggle, and really it became a thing, a stressful thing. So
I like this. And we have an all-breed CFA judge right here, Kathy Black. Kathy, she mentioned Ziggy has a lot of hair between the paw pads and a hairy tail. There's some breeds out there that they're like in the same quandary as Ziggy, right?
Oh, yes, definitely. And especially if the cat is white and you're trying to keep its, paws white, that's always a problem too with certain litters. Now, I have a cat that likes to dig the china every time that they get into the box, and, kick litter everywhere. So, I don't know how they would like a system like that doesn't allow them to dig.
It does allow them to dig, because you're still putting they recommend that you use a 7-pound bag to fill it, but you can add more if you've got a scratcher cat. I find they scratch it all to one side. I come along and move it all back the other side.
Well, they do that in the regular box.
But it's solved the problem. Ziggy never has anything stuck to him. And the funny thing is, if they don't kick it out the same way, the box is beautifully designed. And that's another thing that I like about the box. It's got a very low entry level. So whether it's an old cat or a young cat, it's easy to access. It's got very, very tall sides, but when they sit in it, they can look out over the top. So they will never be ambushed in a box like that, because it gives them a 360-degree view of the comings and goings of the household, which again is important, as you know, that cats very often start going outside a box.
Yep.
If they're scared of being ambushed in it, or they don't have access to it. So this system is a winner on all those levels, as far as I'm
Interesting.
that makes it.
So quickly, let's talk about another one you wanted to say earns your seal of approval. You said you had two.
Well, the other thing that I absolutely love is the Sure Feed Pet Bowl. I don't know whether you
Sure
know.
Feed Pet Bowl.
I'm going to grab one if I may. There's one
Yeah,
on
sure.
the counter.
Yeah.
I have a cat who eats on the counter.
We're not your mama. Oh, tell us about that. That looks futuristic.
Okay.
All right.
Yes, I've got a hood on the back to stop somebody coming in from the other side. This is the most awesome system because it operates on your cat's microchip. So you program the cat to open its own bowl. Or if the cat is not microchip, but obviously we like all cats to be microchipped.
Right.
You can get a little tag that'll open the bowl. What it means is it's a designated feeder. Only that cat can eat from that bowl. So nobody can finish the food.
Nice.
You can overeat. And
Rusty. Sorry, go ahead.
the other thing is the bowl is set up that you can serve both wet and dry. And I like to serve a combo diet. I think my cats eat the wet food in the morning and it keeps it fresh because it's sealed off. And then they come back and they nibble during the day. And they can't get into each other's bowls.
And the cat wouldn't be able to get to the dog food that way.
No,
yes.
Exactly. So, and
Rusty does not like that one because he's a feline foodie. He goes, "You foiled me, Sandy Robbins. You foiled me."
But the advantage is that if you've got a cat on a special diet or you're trying to diet a cat,
I like this.
Actually monitor the amount of food you're giving, and because it's sealed off, it stays fresh. No flies get in it, and no other pet can get into that bowl because it only operates on a designated microchip.
And who's that made by?
That is Sure Pet Care.
Sure Pet.
Sure Pet Care.
And how do you program it to their microchip?
Yeah, so go ahead and put that in there, Kathy. Maybe there'll be a sponsor. Oh, that'd be awesome. Hey, we talked about another thing. You said a kitty just really, you can never, a kitty can be happy with just one wand toy. What do you think?
I believe that. I actually think if they've got a favorite wand toy, that's all they need. If they found one that they absolutely love, be a squirrel and stock up on that particular one. My cats have got individual wands. They don't pick up each other's. Isn't that funny?
Oh, these two were playing with that one just right now.
they play different games. And I like ones that have got very fluttery things on the end that are very lightweight.
Okay.
And he actually brings, he's got a faux mousy looking thing, some faux fur thing on the end of his. He brings it to me every evening at bedtime. And we have
that's nice. He's training you. That's sweet.
Yeah, he's got me completely trained.
You also said cats, you said that cats will learn to talk back with you, have a cat conversation. This one's Mr. Conversation. Rusty doesn't talk as much, but do you have any tips on how we can engage our cats in our default, which is talk?
I actually think the more you talk to a cat and the more you develop a particular habit with a cat and talk while you're developing that habit, they start to talk back to you. I'll give you an example. My little tortoiseshell, she's so shy, she's not even around. She's hiding.
Which one is this? Is this?
The voices. Her name is Tori, short
Tori.
for Victory.
Yeah.
Now, she likes to play with her one toy. We go up the stairs as if we're going upstairs, and there's a piece of furniture which is kind of eye level. And I've trained her to jump onto that piece of furniture when she wants to play. And how we did that, I would take the one toy and play there with her and talk to her. You know how you talk to your cats. You talk nonsense to your cats, but you talk to your cats.
They know all my secrets.
There you go. So now when she wants to play, she goes straight and sits there and she'll call me to come over and play. And if I'm not responsive, she carries on till I go. And I believe that the more you talk to them in any shape and form, they do begin to talk back. And in fact, there is a Swedish linguist and phoneticist based out of Lund University in Sweden. Her name is Dr. Suzanne Schultz, and she's written a book on the secret language of cats. She believes that all cats develop a secret communication with a special person. And I think it's true. I see Tori reacting differently with my husband. She's different with me. If there are other people in the house, you won't see her for dust. She's scared. Yeah.
I think you're right, because Casey is my BFF, my best feline friend, and I love Rusty. Don't say I don't. But he and I have a language, and I'll be at a conference or teaching pet first aid, and I'll say, "What do you think, Casey?" Yum, 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 yum. So I think it's great. Now, we have a cat judge in the house. What do you do if you're looking at a cat in the judging ring and the cat starts having a chat with you? Is that a good thing or a bad thing at a cat show, Kathy?
They purr a lot. I have a lot of cats that purr, but not too many that talk to me. Because generally I'm not talking to them. I'm just handling them. Sometimes I'm singing softly. When I'm judging, I'm kind of crazy that way. But I just kind of, depends on if something strikes me funny about them and a song comes to mind, I'll start singing that song. But if the cats are talking at the cat show, they're usually either a boy that spotted a girl or smells a girl, so he's chirping, "Hello, sexy, I'm over here," that kind of talking, or they're frightened and they're not talking very nice. So we don't have cats talk that much in the judging ring, but they talk with their body actions. They talk with a purr, that kind of thing. But not too much of a verbal, conversation going on.
There's one last tidbit I want to get from Sandy, and she said that she wants to share. She have a secret way to have a light bulb moment to know you are actually overfeeding with treats.
Yes.
She's still doing the wand, proving your theory about wands.
Okay. It's not, it's treats and it's also food. We tend to equate love with treats and love with food. And we think it's mealtime. So we go and we get the kibble, and we, instead of taking a normal cup, standard cup, we take any cup, or you take the standard cup and you think, I'll heap it. And you throw it in.
But that's not good.
If you leveled off every time you've overheaped a cup, and you put that extra into a glass or another cup, you'd see exactly how much you are overfeeding. And
I like that. That's a good tip.
That's when you have that light bulb moment that, I'm giving too much food. You have to see it. And you know how I discovered that actually was somebody did that many years ago when I used to put sugar in my coffee. And they said, "Do you know how much sugar you're taking in a day? How many cups of coffee you have?" And I'd go, "I don't know, 8 cups of coffee. How many spoons of sugar?" 2 spoons of sugar. And he went 1, 2, and I was taking in about this much sugar.
Wow, that's a light bulb moment. I like that. So the clear glass shows you really what you're doing. I like that. That's a great tip.
Do that with food, and you'll, with your over amount. And this is the thing, you can't just grab any cup. It's got to be a standard cup. And
yeah, the Cool Whip container is not a cup, everybody.
No. you're not doing them any favors.
No. Fat cats, there's too much obesity.
Yeah.
I hear you. Hey, we've got some time. I want to just make sure you have been paying attention. Sandy, if you would be so kind, would you hold up each book that you're going to autograph and give away to a lucky winner? There's going to be 2 winners. So let's go with the first one, The Fabulous Felines. All right. I'm going to ask you guys a pretty easy question. If you've been paying attention to what our wonderful guest, Sandy Robbins, has been talking about. So she has 2 cats. This is going to be super easy. Which of her cats has hairy paws and a long hair bum that cannot dive into the traditional litter boxes and did well with the product that she was mentioning? What is the name of her cat? So now you cannot mention that cat's name the rest of the show.
Okay.
Okay. That winner will get the Fabulous Felines book by our fabulous Sandy Robbins.
Okay.
Now, for all you Ginger Cat fans and Tabby Cat fans, we talked that Sandy created National Tabby Day, which will be April 30th. We're going to do a shout out to you on the show. But Sir Winston Churchill, there's been 7 all named the same, kind of like the University of Georgia's Bulldog mascot. They all have the same name. What is the name of the cat that inspired Sandy to write this book called, show the book now. All right. Making the most of all 9 lives. Hold it up a little bit more. Buffy the Cat. What is the name of Sir Winston Churchill's cat? So quickly, Kathy, tell us how they can do this again.
Email me your answers to kathy.black@yahoo.com. You can put your answer in the Facebook chat. I'm typing the questions there so you can see them, but send me your answers to Kathy with a K, kathy.black@yahoo.com.
And to have Sandy Robbins, the caliber of a person like her on the show, I know we're buddies and we've been friends, but I've always respected and admired you because you've done everything with class. I do things with puns, but what got you into this whole world of the pet industry?
You know, growing up, I wanted to be a veterinarian, to be very honest. That was from as long as I can remember. But living in South Africa, there was one vet school, and it was in my second language, which was Afrikaans. And I just knew I would never manage the math and the science and the, you know, in what was essentially a second language. So I went into journalism.
Okay.
We have the same background in that. And as much writing as I did about all kinds of things, it always kind of gravitated back to pets in some shape or form. And when I arrived here in this country in 2000, the humanization of the pet industry was just taking off. And I saw that niche developing. And I thought, this is for me. I can use my writing talents to now work full-time with animals and educate the same way you do, Arden. That's basically what we're doing. We're in a very light, entertaining way. We are trying to educate pet parents to the new trends, the new ideas, the new innovation that is out there that generally enhances their well-being, and it enhances the human-animal bond. That's the bottom line.
I think it's a noble mission, don't you?
It's just exploded. I mean, I don't have to tell you how. I mean, we're all pet parents now. You know, it still irks me when I hear people talk about pets as property, because we are pet parents. They aren't property. They are fur kids, right?
How do you said your second language? I don't know if you're rusty, but can you say, how do you say I love cats in African? How did you say that?
Oh God, now you've got me. I can't remember what love is.
All right, you think about it, because we're gonna
Echo Baie van Katte. Echo Baie van Katte. It's a bit like Dutch.
Yeah. Oh, Dutch. Okay. All right. Well, j'aime Tom la chienne. That's it. La chat, and la chienne, because I like cats and dogs. That's it for my French.
You're bipetual, as am I.
Yeah. All right. Hey, this time is going by fast, so I do want to make sure. Kathy's going to talk a little bit about the American Shorthair breed. I'm going to go off camera a little bit to get ready for our kitty cocktail, which is going to be called the Mojito Rum for Your Tum Tum. So Kathy, go ahead and take it away. Please stay on, Sandy.
Yeah.
Okay, so Sandy was talking about the working breeds of cats, and the breed that we call our working breed of cat in CFA is the American Shorthair. Now, a lot of people refer to all the Shorthair domestic cats as the American domestic Shorthair, right? The American Shorthair is our recognized breed. We know the pedigree of these breeds, of this cat, many, many, many generations, and they have to fit the standard that we have for the breed. So the American Shorthair is our working breed, our naturally occurring short-hair cat of North America. And it has a very specific standard, but it was recognized in one of our original breeds in 1906 when CFA started as the domestic Shorthair, and it was renamed in 1966 to the American Shorthair. It's a strongly built, well-balanced, symmetrical cat. It shows power, endurance, and agility. Their coat is what we call a hard coat. And that's a weird word. When I first heard hard, what do you mean hard? It feels soft, you know, but a hard coat is unlike my poodle's coat, okay? A hard coat is not going to get caught up in brambles or briars or sticks or twigs, and it's a coat that lays flat and has a hard texture to it. So these cats' coats, they're designed so they can go through the wilds of the outside. Not that we let them do that, but if they did, their coat would not get caught up on things. So that's what we mean by a hard coat. It's short and thick. They have a broad head. They have what we call half almond eyes. So their eye shape is like you took a big fat almond and cut it in half. It's round on the bottom and straighter across the top. And they come in all the colors and patterns except the Siamese pattern. So let's look at a couple of these guys. Here we have a brown tabby. This is a brown classic tabby. Their head is more of a, what I call an oval shape. The standard says there's as much head above the middle of the eye as there is below the middle of the eye. So that's very specific. Our breed standards aren't quite usually that exact when we're talking about shape of head. The muzzle should be broad. It can be short, but it should be long enough that it can grasp prey. So we don't want a muzzle that's as short as a Persian, but the head structure on the Americans has gotten a shorter muzzle as time has gone by. It kind of gives them that more pleasing look, so they're not long and snippy looking. This is a silver tabby. The silver tabbies will have green eyes, of course, also in the classic tabby pattern. But you can see this coat, how it just really covers the body, and it's so short and thick and dense. Here's a blue tabby, and here's a silver tabby and white. So like I said, they come in all the different colors and patterns except the Siamese patterns. Really pretty eye shape on this cat. You can really see that rounder bottom and straighter top and these beautiful bodies. And they say you should be able to divide the cat into 3 equal portions, from the front of the legs to the middle torso, and then the back legs toward the rump is all 3 equal halves. Or, well, how can it be 3 equal halves? But you know what I mean. So they're not really long. They're not really short. They're more of a very moderate body structure. Another silver classic. These are all classics. I don't know why I didn't get any mackerels, but most of our Americans seem to be in the classic tabby pattern. But here's some more beautiful examples of the breed. So that's just a real quick summation of our American Shorthair breed. These cats are like we say, one of the working cats. Our Maine Coon is the long-haired working cat of North America. The British Shorthair is the naturally occurring short-hair cat of Great Britain. So, but we have our American Shorthair as our Shorthair breed.
Do they have to fill out W-2s at tax time?
If they're working, yes. Most of them have retired though, or rely on their owners to take care of them.
What do you think of that, Sandy?
He's arrived.
Aw, what a cutie pie. You can say his name. It's okay.
He wants treats now. Discovered that there's treats.
There you go, blue and white. Yep.
Oh, Ziggy. Okay.
That's so funny. That's so funny. Hey, we do like to salute kitties like Ziggy, Tori, Casey, and Rusty. Talk about the CCW, Kathy.
All right, so CCW stands for Companion Cat World. All cats are fancy.
Yep.
And it's CFA's way of recognizing the non-pedigreed cats. And when you join now, like when you go to cfa.org/CCW and you upload a picture of your cat, here's the most recent uploads. We have Wenzel and Ellen and Tiki Tiger. And when you upload your cat's picture, not only do you get this beautiful card with your cat's picture on it, your cat's name and your information, but your cat also goes up in our gallery of cats. So you can view the gallery of all the CCW cats. 10% of your one-time fee of $13 goes to a local shelter. And it's CFA's way of recognizing all the cats. So check out all these beautiful cats, even one wearing a lion's mane, on CFA's website at cfa.org/CCW.
Yeah, Casey and Rusty are proud card carrying members of CCW.
So is Lola.
I'm going to have to sign my guys up. Definitely.
That would be nice. It's helping a good cause, and we would love it. Shifting gears, you know, I love safety. So we do have openings for our next veterinary approved cat only first aid class, live interactive via Zoom. It's going to be Thursday. It's going to be February 24th. Let me make sure I get that.
No, that's February or
20
January.
No, yeah, no, it's February.
Okay.
It's going to be February 24th from 5 to 8 p.m. Central Time. So you folks, Casey and Rusty, help me, help you. And we hope that you could sign up for the class. If you have cats and dogs and you want to learn, because only 2% of people have taken a first aid class, so let's up those odds. My class is almost full for the February 6th class. That's a dog and cat class. But just go to Pet First Aid for you guys that Kathy's showing there, or email me, call me. If you've got at least 4 people, I will arrange, we will accommodate and do a private class. I do a lot of in-staff teaching for pet professionals in the area of boarding and pet sitting and veterinary clinics. So let me know. It's one of the things I really, really love to do. We've got 4 minutes. Can we do it? Can we do it? Can I?
We can do it.
We can do it. We are going to treat you all to a kitty cocktail I created called the Meowto Rum for Your Tum Tum, because we want to shake off some of the winter's chills with this Caribbean inspired cattail.
I hear the drums already.
Yeah, Mom. And we want to give a shout out to Teresa Kiger for creating the graphics each and every week for the kitty cocktails. So if the kitties hopefully won't interrupt me.
Did you make it, Sandy?
I cheated. There's no rum in here, but
Okay.
otherwise I made it.
Well, that could be a mocktail. Love it, love it. So for this one, you just want to fill a cocktail shaker with some ice. And you can do Malibu rum or your favorite rum. I'm kind of I like the spice rum from Captain Morgan. 2 ounces is an 8 count. So I'm going to do it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What?
Love
Now,
your measurements.
we're going to do 2 ounces of coconut water. So here we go. 1, 2. Then we're going to add sugar. Sorry, I'm doing stevia. My little sugar lover, Sandy. And you put that in the shaker and you make sure you have the lid.
Good point.
And Jason's making sure I'm shaking it vigorously. And he goes, there's no whipped cream in this. I don't like this cocktail.
He's looking for the cream from last week. That was hilarious.
I know, last week they came from both ends. So you're going to then strain it in a glass you've already put ice in. And because you want to top it You never shake club soda. Please don't. So just top it with a little club soda.
Oh, come on, make it exciting.
And give it a swirl. And then you want to be able to add a little, some lime into it. So at this time, everybody, let us please raise a glass and let us toast to all cats, purebreds and ones like ours here, who make us better humans.
I agree.
Cheers, kitties.
All kitty cats. You're all
Yes,
awesome.
cheers.
Oh my God, this is very refreshing. I'm going to the Caribbean in my mind. Hey guys, I can't believe this show is almost over. I want to give a big, big gratitude applause to our friend, our cat friend, dog friend, people friend, the remarkable Sandy Robbins. Thank you so much for being on the show, Sandy. We've been putting your website and all that. Thank you for giving away 2 of your books. Thank you, Cat Fancier Association, for coming up with the idea of having a Meowy Hour. Of course, thank you, Kitty Raid, for being our wonderful sponsor. Kathy Black, I can't do the show without you, and Destiny, and Rusty, and Casey. Our guests next week, and guys, it's going to be a pajama party. That's because they're coming from Greece. It's a cat rescue called letsbesmart.org. Julie Kelly and a couple of her folks from that nonprofit are staying up. It's 2 a.m. Greek time when our show airs. They're going to be in pajamas, so I guess I will be too. Maybe I can get co-host Kathy to do the same. But we're going to have a kitty pajama party next week and talk about the remarkable work they're doing in Greece for cats.
Sounds fun.
I know. So till next time.
Thanks, guys.
Thank
It's
you,
been
cat.
beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you, Sandy. Same cat channel, same cat time. We'll see you on Meowy Hour. Thank you, everybody.
Bye.